I, Margot G.K., the Town Clerk of the Town of Morristown, do hereby state that it is 7:32 p.m. on Tuesday, March 14th, 2023, and that this regular hybrid meeting is being held via webinar and in person. Both adequate and electronic notice of this meeting were provided according to law by written notice to the Morristown Daily Record, the official newspaper of the Town of Morristown, and to the Newark Star Ledger, both more than 48 hours ago. Notice was also posted in Town Hall and on the town website and filed with the office of the Town Clerk of the Town of Morristown. I do further state that I shall enter into the minutes of this meeting a statement that such notice was furnished as particularly described by me in this public announcement. I'll take a roll call. Councilman Armington.
Here.
I don't see Councilwoman Cotton this evening, but I have not heard that she will not be here, so hopefully she's on her way. Councilwoman Foster.
Here.
Councilman Iannaccone.
Here.
Councilman Silva.
Yes.
Councilman Umbriac.
Here.
Council President Mayer.
Here.
Ms. Mayer, you have a... Ms. President, Ms. Mayer, you have quorum.
Works either way. Thank you. I will call for a moment of silence. And can everybody stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Move on to the consent agenda. Margot?
Okay, I got to make my public announcement first. Please be aware that public comment during the public hearing portions of this meeting will be held both in person and through the Zoom app. At the appropriate time, members of the public wishing to speak should indicate so by raising his or her hand in chambers or in the app. To comment via Zoom, click on the raise your hand icon at the bottom left side of your screen. You may also raise your hand by pressing *9 on your phone. When it is your turn, the moderator will send a signal through the app and ask that you unmute yourself so that you may be heard. To unmute yourself on the phone, press *6. There are 3 items on the consent agenda. Councilman Iannaccone, I understand you want to pull one for separate.
I don't want to pull it, but if we could correct the Sterling Tavern, I believe if you look at the drawing, it's actually 6 tables and 24 chairs, not 13 tables and 26 chairs.
Yes, the drawing does indicate 6 tables and 24 chairs. I have amended the application to reflect same, and I will reach out tomorrow morning to my contact at the Sterling to make sure we're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, may I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda, please?
I'll make a motion to accept the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Okay, Councilman Armington.
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannaccone.
Yes.
Councilman Silva.
Yes.
Councilman Umbriac.
Yes.
Council President Mayer.
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, I'll now open the floor for a public hearing on any matter. For remote members of the public, please raise your hand in the Zoom app to indicate that you would like to speak. If you've joined the meeting via telephone, press *9. Kindly state your name and address and limit your comments to 5 minutes or less. Be advised that any derogatory comments targeting members of council and/or administration may be ruled out of order. No comments were received via email.
Is there anybody in the audience like to fill it? Come on up.
Good evening. My name is Bill Byrne, and I live at 100 Franklin Street, Morristown. Can anybody hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
we
Okay. I just want to say I'm really disappointed, and because the ARC did not get the building so that, that they can be like running the building, and just like to say that I picked the ARC because, number one, I know that they are licensed, and I know I live right down here on Franklin Street, and my apartment gets licensed every year, and all 24 group homes get licensed. I don't want to go into it, but I'm just very disappointed that the ARC didn't get this, because the ARC is licensed, and also they have licensing come in, and they also licensing the supervised apartments and so forth. Thank you.
Thanks, Billy.
One's here.
Okay, I'd like to announce that Councilwoman Cotton has arrived at 7:36. Welcome.
Is there anybody else? No? I will close public comments. Nobody online? We will close public comments. Any replies to public comments?
Yeah, I'd like to respond to Billy. Unfortunately, Billy, that was my fault. I was council president during when the redevelopment agreement for the Morris Street apartments was put in place, and I did not include the requirement that the operational body had to be licensed. So I'm sorry about that.
Well, don't follow up on that. Don't feel so bad. First off, don't feel so bad. First off, I think the town should be very proud, because I think if everybody reflects back, because that building's going to have a grand opening, I think it's a week from Wednesday, I believe. And I think the whole process there that I think the council did, the planning board did, I think they did a very, very good job. You know, that went from becoming initially a warehouse to a building that I think is fairly attractive, very welcoming when we come off 287 coming into town. I think the developer did a very, very good job. I give a lot of credit to the mayor, because I was at those planning board meetings, and he was adamant about the materials going on the building, the quality of the materials going on the building, and the building really came out as a first-class building. And I give a lot of credit to the planning board for that. You know, a lot of kudos to you, Billy, standing up and bringing this topic up. And it is important. I think this, ARC was involved in the initial discussions, and I'm very disappointed that the developer did not follow up with ARC. The benefits of ARC, as everybody knows, this is a large complex. We did a great thing for this community. The mayor, administration negotiating the pilot agreement, they were looking for additional public benefit. The additional public benefit was that they were almost doubling the number of low and moderate income housings, and the majority of those units were going to be available for special needs adults. Reason why it's important is because you can walk to the train, you can walk to the hospital that employs a lot of people with special needs. It was a very special location. It was prime location for special needs. When you have a complex this big, I think it's very, very important, because I'm somewhat in the business, okay? Very important that's a licensed provider that's operating it, and that the facility itself is also licensed, because what comes with licensure is that there's rules as to who gets in, okay? You don't get in by money, you get in by the acuity of your need to get placement. Parents are dying, parents are sick, they're aging out. You're in a crisis to get into a unit. It's very important that they follow the rules for placement. Secondly, the important aspect of licensure is that they get inspected every 6 months. So the state's in there inspecting it. Third thing is they have to have certain services associated with the operation. They have to have psychiatry, social workers, work preceptors associated with helping these people integrate into not just the building, but into our community. So it was important, and it was introduced as a concept. And unfortunately, I think somehow we do not have a licensed operator in our facility. And it's not just for the facility to be licensed and registered, the operator has to be licensed and operator. And we did raise this concern, Bill. In all fairness, the mayor helped facilitate a meeting for me with Hanson. We did raise the concern. And it's something we're very, very aware of, and we're going to keep a very close eye on the operation administration, and we will also. We promise you, we'll keep a very close eye on that operation, because this is a very nice, important part of our community. Not only we continue to open up our community to low and moderate income housing, but we're opening up our community now to a sector of our community that historically has problems getting housing, which is the special needs adults. And so we should be very proud of what you guys did with the planning board and what we did as a council and as administration, and just keep an eye on it, because I think an operation this size truly needed an experienced operator, and I'm a little concerned. I remain concerned. So.
Thank you. So we know the administration's going to be keeping an eye on it, and you'll report back if there's any issues. Thank you. Okay, anybody else? No, we're going to move on to the mayor's proclamations and presentations.
Yeah,
Mayor Doherty?
and I'm going to do a proclamation really quickly, but I just want to follow up on Bob, and for Billy's sake, and Billy and I go back a long way, and they did reach out to Morris Ark. I think there was a big change. Bill Testa and a group left, and there's been some change up there. But the councilman is absolutely correct. He went down and he talked to them and implored that they make sure that they do things followed by the state law, and we're going to keep a close eye on making sure that this operator does exactly what he's supposed to do under the law. And I know this councilman is not taking it. He was very forceful what he wanted. We didn't get what we wanted, but we also can't force.
No.
We couldn't force the developer to do what only we wanted. He did what he could. He did what he did by the law. He didn't break any laws. But we will keep a close eye on it, and it did come out as a very nice building, and the planning board as a whole took a lot of meetings. I mean, a lot of, I don't know how many, Stefan, there was,
5 or so.
yeah, a lot of meetings to get this right. So thank you for the kind words.
Actually, the community
Yeah.
came to a lot of meetings to make sure it was done
Yeah,
right.
so,
I got to
kudos,
speak up for my first ward.
yeah, kudos to everybody.
folks.
There was a lot of go back and do it again, and come back with something better, and they did. And so, great for the developer, great for the town, great for special needs, and a great place for people to live. I hear the waiting list is very long. To move there, so congratulations to everyone and everybody's effort to doing it. Jillian, would you join me for a second? A little surprise for everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't get to do this often. Well, I get to do the proclamations. but
Women's
I don't get to
History
do a
Month.
proclamation
Just want to make sure.
with Jillian. So, as everybody knows, it's Women's History Month, right, Billy? And so I didn't think, I thought, along with my assistant, that who better to present this proclamation to than our business administrator. I didn't read it yet. That's what I've been reading it. Because it is a tough job. She has a very tough job.
Put up with you.
A lot tougher than... What?
Go ahead.
What was that?
I said, put up with you.
Oh, she put up with me? Yeah. Well, I kind of, listen, there's inside stuff, really. Jillian has good
And you.
good control over what goes on in our workforce, in our administration, and it has guided myself and others over the last 7 years to the successes that we've had. So let me read this to the record, because I know that the council president's on a little bit of a mission here. Whereas the first Women's History Day was held in 1909 in New York City, and commemorated the one-year anniversary of the garment workers, strikes that saw 15,000 immigrant women marching through Lower Manhattan to protest their working conditions. In 1987, the march was declared Women's History Month by Congress after several women's organizations campaigned to recognize the role of women in American history. American women have played a unique role throughout the history of the nation by providing much of the volunteer labor force of the nation, and were particularly important in the establishment of early charitable, philanthropic, and cultural institutions in our nation. American women of every race, class, and ethnic background have made historic contributions to the growth and strength of our nation in countless record and unrecorded ways. They continue to play critical economic, cultural, and social roles in every sphere of life of this nation by constituting, I got that word wrong, a significant portion of the labor force. Women have provided invaluable service and leadership in American history and remain instrumental in moving our nation forward, and their contributions to our nation must be recognized, appreciated, and honored. Now, therefore, I, Timothy P. Doherty, Mayor of the Town of Morristown, do hereby proclaim March 2023 as Women's History Month, and I will call upon the members of our community to observe Women's History Month with the appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities. So I want to present this to you, not only because I work with you day in and day out, but what you've brought to this community over the last 7 years is unprecedented. And as a mayor, I appreciate everything you do. I think as the council does too, and the public should know how hard their business administrator works for them day in and day out. Thank you, Jillian.
I will just say thank you.
And we thank you for saying thank you. And we're moving along.
Well, I still have some more things.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's historical.
And just for the record,
historical.
Just for the record, I believe that her pledge, her moment of silence was less than 20 seconds, so she didn't have the ability to meet the record for.
All right. Okay. Sorry. I'll go through the recent events. I was obviously away for a little while. Morristown on stage at the MPAC. Congratulations to the winners. And I don't know who was there from the council, but congratulations.
Great event.
Yep, great event. The St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee Grand Marshal reception at the Hyatt was, I hear, it's a great success, honoring 2023 Grand Marshal Ryan Dawson. For those who were there, congratulations. I did get a few texts. People were wondering why I wasn't at these events. Am I going to make the parade? And yeah, of course I would make the parade. And of course, the St. Patrick's Day Parade, which was held this past Saturday. And congratulations to Ryan Dawson, our Grand Marshal, and the Friendly Sons for a great parade. Thank God the weather held up and it turned out to be a great day. Upcoming events, mark your calendars. I will be here on Saturday, March 18th at 8:30 a.m. Whippany River Cleanup, sponsored by the Watershed Action Committee in Bethel Church. Cleanup begins in the parking lot behind Bethel at 59 Spring Street. Event questions can be emailed to administrator@wrwac.org. That's 8:30 a.m. You just show up with coffee and donuts, so it's a great event. So I'll see you all there. Tuesday, March 21st, at 12:30 p.m., the Morristown Public Safety Series kicks off with the pedestrian driver safety presentation by Avenues in Motion on safe walking and driving. Join the Morristown Police and Department of Public Safety in the third floor Town Hall Senior Center for informative presentation, followed by a Q&A. We'll get this all posted on the website. We'll Facebook it, Instagram it, because this is the organization for the for safety. So I think it's an important event because we know people sometimes don't pay attention.
They don't.
When they're on the roads, everybody's busy. But other than that, Council President, I believe that's all I have. I've missed a number of things. I'm trying to catch up. It's amazing how many things pile up in 2 weeks. But
You were away that long?
I know. Right? I've never been away that long since I was elected mayor in 2009.
Mayor, quick question. For this event, what time is it? The March 21st, Public Safety?
Public Safety, 12:30 p.m. On Tuesday, March 21st.
What is that?
Oh. I guess I could have let Councilman Umbriac kill that, but I'll just say it a little bit and let him finish up with it. Santa Fe. I always get the name wrong with it. Santa Fe, Santa Fe. The story broke in central New Jersey, I guess a week and a half ago, because the former company, Santa Fe, opened the gates to Central Jersey in a meeting, and we couldn't put the cork in it. So this is something, this very briefly, I want to recognize the administration, legal, my office, SJP Properties, and the immense amount of lawyers and work that went in for over a year to nail if I get this wrong, you can correct me, the 9th largest pharma in the world, who is now going to headquarter their East Coast here in Morristown with 1,900 jobs. It is a huge win for Morristown. It is a great company. It is an unbelievable investment in our downtown for our business district. And it is part of what you all with the administration envisioned with M Station. And it is coming to fruition. It is something we've been working on for a long time. And again, I want to thank SJP Properties, their partners, and welcoming this great corporation, this great pharma company that's coming to Morristown. And I'm sure our councilman at large, Nathan Umbriak, will say a few words about it. As I'll just share one thing, and then I'll shut up. Mayor, phone call. I'm hearing some things about our company coming to Morristown. Is that happening? I said I can neither confirm nor deny that your company is coming to Morristown, but I knew they were. We just didn't have confirmation yet, and we had to keep quiet about it for a long time. And that's what you do until you get the deal done. The deal's done. They're coming. The new building's going to start probably around July, and we're excited. You all should be excited because it's all part of what we all did together. That's all I have, Council President. So we're very happy to have our new family and partner coming into Morristown to join this wonderful community. Thank you.
Just a quick question on that. I don't recall when Deloitte came for the planning board approval. Was that just for the one building or for both buildings?
They got planning board approval for both
Okay,
buildings.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So they're breaking ground in July?
I think it's probably June and July.
Great.
From what I
So Nathan
hear.
will start his first, right? Once we get to reports, you'll go
So
first.
Nathan's the president of Snowfit.
No.
Sorry, Nate, do you want to say something, Nathan?
Yeah, I mean, if we're moving along to
Histories.
no, non-employment histories, but council liaison reports, I can give my partnership update. Because it was discussed
Go right
briefly. So the Morristown Partnership met on Wednesday, March 8th. They are accepting self-nomination applications to join the board until Friday, March 24th at 5 p.m. One topic of discussion was about Sanofi moving to M Station West, not only M Station West, but also 21 South Street, the newly designed building at the corner of DeHart and South, where our consumer health care organization will be. I am an employee of Sanofi.
Now, I wasn't going to break that, but
Well, it's all slowly coming out.
Kevin.
So, obviously excited. I think it's great. It's great for the community. It's great for Sanofi as an organization to be in, a great downtown like Morristown. So, there's a lot of buzz around the office about it. Downtown guides for the partnership have been printed. They look great. They've been distributed. And the town has recently welcomed the following new businesses: Central Taqueria, located at 61 South Street; Enzo's Restaurant and Pizzeria, located at 5 Elm; Wingstop, which recently opened in February, located at 123 Morris Street; and then ROA Print Wraps, who do like the shrink wrap on your car if you want to like promote a business or things like that, located at 41 Atno Avenue. Take note that Morristown Restaurant Week will take place from Monday, April 24th to Friday, April 28th, so that's upcoming. And our next meeting will be scheduled on April 12th.
Wow, that was a lot of information. Thank you,
Nice.
Nathan.
Welcome.
Any other scoops on your company that we need?
None to share publicly. No.
Does anybody else want to share their employment secrets with us? Councilman Silvich, would you like to go next since we're
Yes,
going away
thank
on the table?
The Morristown Environmental met finally. There are 3 open seats for members they're seeking for a full member and 2 alternate members. The Springtown White Cleanup was scheduled for May 20th from 9 to noon, and flyers are being done in English and Spanish.
What's the date again?
May 20th, Saturday, May 20th at 9. As always, meeting here in the back of Town Hall, and from there distributing the teams and do the whole work of the town. And that's all.
Thank you. Bob, you want to go?
Actually, there was not a meeting of the Morristown Housing Authority since our last meeting.
Okay.
So they do meet again on March 27th at 6 a.m. at the community room.
A.m.
6 a.m., wow, they're
6
early.
p.m. Thank you.
And did you want to say something about the thing tomorrow for housing, that they're doing an open house type of ribbon cutting for?
No, I don't think
29
that's, I think that's, is that
Oh,
tomorrow at
Thursday?
3 o'clock, or is it the following
Tomorrow at
Wednesday?
3 o'clock. Is it just for the housing authority?
Tomorrow at 3? It's at
Yes, tomorrow at 3.
Tomorrow at 3.
At Ann Street, they're revealing their new,
It's a ribbon cutting for Ann
Donation.
Street.
Yeah, we all should have been notified by the housing. I
Yeah.
think you were.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were.
Actually, we got it from
Several weeks ago.
several
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Kirsten, sent it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have my calendar in front of me. I probably have 7 things on my calendar tomorrow. That's just one.
Councilwoman Cotton, Shade Tree.
One moment, sorry about that. Okay, so Shade Tree Commission report. The Shade Tree Commission were awarded a $3,000 grant from One Tree Planted to plant a forest edge garden and tree planting in Elliott Park. The planting will be on April 22nd to celebrate Earth Day, and volunteers are needed. They were also awarded 32 trees for Pocahontas Park from the New Jersey Tree Foundation. The planting will be on April 19th. Excuse me. Also, to celebrate Earth Day, volunteers are needed. They will be planting red bud, serviceberry, swamp white oaks, white pine, and bald cypress. The Shade Tree Commission finished the first phase of the Jacob Ford slope restoration. They will begin the next phase in the summer with the help of the DPW, engineering, and zoning. They will begin Phase 1 of the Ledgerwood Woodland Garden planting on March 18th and 25th from noon to 3 p.m. Volunteers are needed. Thank you.
Sounds great.
Thanks. And Parking Authority, as we all know, we're having some snow outside, so anybody parked on the street can park in the garage until noon tomorrow for free, as long as you're a Morristown resident. And with that, we'll move on to ordinances for introduction. There are none. Go ahead.
Of which there are 0.
There are none.
There are 2 ordinances for public hearing and adoption. Ordinance number O-6-2023, an ordinance of the Town of Morristown and the County of Morris, State of New Jersey, for compensation for certain positions in the Town of Morristown, New Jersey, and amending all ordinances concerning such compensation heretofore adopted.
I will make a motion to adopt O-6-2023.
A second.
At this time, I'll open the floor for a public hearing. Are there any members of the public wishing to speak? I will close the public hearing. Any comments or questions from council? Okay, on the adoption of ordinance 6-2023, Councilman Armington.
Yes.
Councilwoman Cotton.
Yes.
Councilman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone.
Yes.
Councilman Silva.
Yes.
Councilman Umbriac.
Yes.
Council President Mayor.
Yes.
Ordinance 6-2023 is adopted. Ordinance O-7-2023, an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 11 Parks and Recreation Areas.
I'll make a motion to adopt O-7-2023.
I'll second.
Okay, at this time, I'll open the floor for a public hearing on ordinance O-7-2023. Are there any members of the public wishing to speak? With that, I will close the public hearing. Are there any comments or questions from council?
Jillian, there's nobody online. No, she gave me the sign. I wasn't looking.
On the adoption of ordinance 7-2023, Councilman Armington.
Yes.
Councilwoman Cotton.
Yes.
Councilman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone.
Yes.
Councilman Silva.
Yes.
Councilman Umbriac.
Yes.
Council President Mayor.
Yes.
Ordinance 7-2023 is adopted. There are 3 resolutions for adoption on the agenda. Are there any that members of council would like to pull for separate consideration? Okay, hearing none, I would ask for a motion to adopt resolution numbers R-43-2023 through R-45-2023.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolutions R-42, 2023, 44, 2023, and 45, 2023.
I will second.
Okay, on the adoption of 43 through 46, 2023, Councilman Armington.
You said 46. Is there a 46?
43,
I'm sorry,
44, and
45. I have a typo in my, excuse
Yes.
me. Thank you for catching that.
As amended.
As amended. Councilwoman Cotton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone.
Yes.
Councilman Silva.
Yes.
Councilman Umbreak.
Yes.
Council President Mayor.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. It looks like we have no unfinished business, no new business. I make a motion to adjourn.
Sandy, I'm so sorry.
Go
Council
ahead. Never mind, I take it back.
Oh,
Councilman
I was
Cotton.
gonna ask, there was, one of the vital statistics, no, not that, but for, I don't know, arts or something like that, there was a subcommittee, the mayor wasn't here, so we said we would bring it up when he comes back. At the
Say that?
last meeting.
Remember saying that?
Okay.
Something we could look into for the future
Yeah.
when this.
Why don't you
our
coordinate
project comes
with
up.
the clerk, and we'll bring it up
Yes.
at the next meeting.
She was asking if we were going to form a subcommittee for public arts once, it was a discussion last time when the mayor missed the meeting, but it's not necessary this time to, when we cut to the point of public arts, we could discuss it as a subcommittee. Now making a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Second, aye.
Aye. Thank you, everybody. Please drive
Adjourned.
safely on the way home.